Cabo Star experiences another fire nearly a year after engine room incident. Gulfstream vessel successfully refloated. Preparations underway for transport to Trinidad. Mixed reactions to the removal of colonial ships from National Coat of Arms, and CXC reports a drop in mathematics and English performance across the region. Good evening, I am Bianna Brebner. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Tuesday, 20th August 2024. To our top story, the Cabo Star experienced a fire on board, leading to the cancellation of all future sailings. According to a release from the Trinidad and Tobago Inter-Island Transport Service, the incident occurred this morning. They offered no details regarding the nature of the incident. However, images of smoke emitting from the vessel docked in Port of Spain, Trinidad, circulated on social media. The Trinidad and Tobago Inter-Island Transport Service indicated that the incident is under investigation and the public would be updated accordingly. Until then, all sailings are cancelled. This situation mirrors a fire that occurred in the engine room on August 24, 2023, as a vessel was approaching Scarborough. The fire was quickly extinguished, but truckers were stranded on the port for hours before the vessel was towed to shore. Meanwhile, the fire resulted in the vessel being out of commission for a month, leading to food shortages in Tobago. In other news, there was a significant drop in the region performance in mathematics and English at the CSEC level. Results were released online at 3 p.m. today, and the Caribbean Examination Council addressed the performance of students across the Caribbean at a virtual press briefing. They also reported a slight decrease in the performance of Cape students in Communication Studies and Caribbean Studies. With these details and more, check out this report from Tanisha Williams.
Mathematics and English A are two mandatory subjects at the CSEC level, but around the Caribbean, the average performance decreased. Director of Operations at CXC, Dr. Nicole Manning, stated that math scores decreased by...
So the 36%, if you notice there, it is less than last year.
English scores decreased by 76%.
76%, while it's a reduction from last year, it still is very good as we have it over the period. The consistency at grade 1, while we are seeing a reduction at 2 and 3.
Caribbean Studies and Communication Studies are the two mandatory subjects for CAPE. There was a 2% reduction in Caribbean Studies compared to last year, while Communication Studies saw a 3% increase.
We saw an overall performance of 95%, a reduction of 2%, and again an increase not only in the grade 1 but also grade 2. For Communication Studies, we saw an increase of 3%, both for the overall performance as well as for our grade 1s.
However, she noted that while the performances were relatively good, the absenteeism rate this year for both CSEC and CAPE was more compared to last year.
So for CAPE, we saw an increase in the absenteeism. We saw the same thing also for CSEC.
Dr. Manning said she hopes that the various stakeholders continue to support the candidates so that they can keep improving. Tanisha Williams, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Friendship Connector Road has been the subject of controversy and has not been completed yet due to ongoing legal problems. Sharing updates on Good Morning Tobago, Secretary for the Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development, Trevor James, said he is hoping for a resolution to these legal issues soon. He stated that some of the issues faced by the Friendship Connector Road project should have required government intervention, adding that the next court hearing is scheduled for 2025.
Court has given us a date for next year, and we feel strongly that as part of the state of Trinidad and Tobago, for a state project, that the court ought to have considered expediting the matter and having the matter come before the court, if that is where it was supposed to go, in a much shorter time.
Secretary James accused the central government of treating the THA and Tobagonians as being treated like second-class citizens. He noted that the Tobagonians have grown unfortunately accustomed to their current representation in Parliament.
Tobagonians have to come to terms with whether we must continue to go to the Parliament every 40 years and ask for a change in legislation. Because the real issue here is an autonomy issue.
James claimed that the court in Trinidad has its own priorities and that Tobago is not being taken seriously. He expressed that the court matter should have been expedited, noting that his lawyers had applied for an expedited hearing.
The hearing we got is January next year.
Okay.
So, I think not to get into a conspiracy theorist mindset, but I think we in Tobago have to understand that we need to build a jurisdiction under a different arrangement than we currently have.
James stated that if this does not happen, Tobago will continue to be a subject of Trinidad. Meanwhile, Minority Leader and Area Representative for Darrell Spring Wim, Kelvin Morris, advocated for greater autonomy for Tobago, noting that it is vital to address the distinct needs and aspirations of Tobagonians. He spoke on behalf of Tobago West and Tobago East constituencies at the PNM Special Convention on Sunday. Ariana Scipio has the report.
Kelvin Morris stated that Tobago must be granted greater autonomy based on the following principles.
There shall be equality of status between the people of the island of Tobago and the people of the island of Trinidad within the unitary state. This involves enabling Tobagonians to access a fair share of the resources and opportunities available to all the people of the nation of Trinidad and Tobago.
Morris stated that Tobago should have the authority to enact laws that directly address the needs and priorities of its people, enabling responsive and locally tailored policies.
Tobagonians must have the right to determine their political status and freely pursue economic, social, and cultural development. This ensures decisions about Tobago's future are made by people resident in Tobago.
Continuing, Morris highlighted that autonomy requires inclusive governance, emphasizing that Tobagonians should have enhanced opportunities to engage in the decision-making process, ensuring that all voices help shape the island's future.
Tobago must offer equal opportunities for all, demanding the removal of barriers and fostering an environment where every individual can thrive.
Moreover, Morris pointed out that Tobago should receive an appropriate share of no less than 6.8% of the national budget and have the ability to generate and manage financial resources independently.
This fiscal independence will allow Tobago to invest in its development priorities and reduce reliance on central government funding.
He said that this is essential for effective and equitable governance in Trinidad and Tobago. Morris called for the Tobago Island Bill, currently before the Parliament, to be passed as is, noting that these reforms would lead to a prosperous future for all Tobagonians and for the nation as a whole. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
We'll take a break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Are you ready to optimize your wedding business for engagement season and book more clients? Refine is the place to be. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024 from 9 a.m. Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. This premier event is designed specifically for Caribbean wedding industry professionals. Gain expert insights, practical knowledge, and valuable connections that can help you thrive in the destination wedding market. Register now at refinesummit.com. It is time to refine. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Get insider info, advice, and insights from local, regional, and international players in the destination wedding market. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024, Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. It's time to refine.
Attention all talented individuals and groups in Tobago. This is your moment to shine. Showcase your skills in music, dance or drama at Tobago Star Quest. Prelim auditions are held every Sunday across various communities throughout Tobago. Seize the chance to win exciting prizes and demonstrate your talent. For more details, visit our Instagram page at tobago.star.quest or email tobagostarquest@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing you there.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Live more.
I'm so relieved Javel gave me this money. Now I could enjoy the holidays with my family and not have to worry about monies for bags, books and shoes.
Javel? Who is Javel? She could give me some money too?
Javel is the July-August vacation education loan at Bethel Credit Union. Up to $20,000 to help with all additional expenses during this July-August.
Yes, you heard right. Call the Bethel Credit Union and ask for Javel. She'll hook you up with the money to take care of all your additional expenses this holiday season. Open to new members too. Get up to $20,000 and have a worry-free holiday with Javel. Call 639-8226 or 631-1336 or message us on Facebook for more information.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Welcome back. The Prime Minister's announcement of an upcoming change to the coat of arms has sparked national debate regarding the financial impact and symbolic significance it will have on the country. The 3 ships belonging to Christopher Columbus, depicted on the national emblem, will be replaced by a steel pan. Tobago Business Chamber Chairman Martin George endorsed the move, saying that it better represents the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Reporter Tanisha Williams has the details.
Tobago Business Chamber Chairman Martin George fully supports the move to remove the 3 Christopher Columbus ships from the coat of arms emblem of Trinidad and Tobago and replace them with images of the national instrument, the steel pan.
How could you create a racial issue out of something like this? Steel pan is something that is enjoyed by every color, class, creed and race in Trinidad and Tobago.
George pointed out that the ships depicted on the coat of arms might not be historically accurate. This is because exact records of the ships accompanying Christopher Columbus on his 3rd voyage to the West Indies when Trinidad was sighted do not exist.
Which may not even accurately reflect what occurred. Remember, we have to, understand that history is written by the conqueror, not the conquered.
George agrees with the change announced by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley.
And I think definitely removing it is something that is important, and I think the steel pan is definitely a fitting replacement for it.
However, George disagreed with the manner in which Dr. Rowley made the announcement. It was made at a PNM special convention at Napa in Port of Spain on Sunday.
But I think it was foolish and maybe even reckless of him to do so, because at the end of the day, you end up politicizing something which could have been a very good gesture, a good national gesture, and you make it into a partisan, parochial, political tool.
In the meantime, George said that for more change to occur, we must first understand our past before we focus on our future. Tanisha Williams, Tobago Updates Television News.
Opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar has condemned the recent changes to the coat of arms, arguing that such action oversimplify and distort history. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley announced at a recent PNM meeting that the 3 ships belonging to Christopher Columbus on the coat of arms will be replaced with images of the steel pan. Persad-Bissessar criticized the portrayal of Christopher Columbus as a hero, calling him a navigational idiot and a perpetrator of severe atrocities. Persad-Bissessar contended that altering symbols and names does not improve historical understanding or addressing present issues. She noted that true history, including both good and bad aspects, should be taught in schools and not manipulated for political gain. Persad-Bissessar warned against using historical grievances for electoral advantage, which could inflame ethnic tensions and undermine societal peace. She urged citizens to focus on current issues and hold politicians accountable for their policies rather than being swayed by emotionally charged historical debates. In the meantime, removing Christopher Columbus' ship from the national coat of arms and replacing them with the steel pan was fully endorsed by Pan-Trinbago President Beverly Ramsey Moore. Addressing the issue on the Tobago Updates morning show, Ramsey Moore stated that the change seeks to unify citizens and fill them with pride. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
The Prime Minister's announcement that Christopher Columbus's ships would be replaced by the steel pan on the coat of arms came as a shock to Pan-Trinbago President Beverly Ramsey Moore.
Because I did not expect it to happen so fast. And when I say so fast, it was only recently on the 9th of August that we obtained that special branding, that intellectual property protection of the steel pan, which is a geographical indication which says once and for all, Trinidad and Tobago is the birthplace of the steel pan.
Additionally, it was only in July that the steel pan was officially legislated as the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. The decision to remove the depiction of the Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria from the national emblem has garnered some criticism, with concerns being raised about the cost of changing it on every official document. However, Ramsey Moore is not worried.
I am sure that the government would have thought this out. The Prime Minister did not just announce that off the top of his head. I am sure much thought would have been given to it.
Regarding the racial concerns expressed by some, Ramsey Moore refuted them, stating that the steel pan unifies all citizens of Trinidad and Tobago because of its history.
But at the end of the day, there was the banning of a particular drum. And the resilience of a people, the struggle of a people kicking against the very same Pinta, Nina, and Santa Maria, the colonial masters, knows that you have something to be extremely proud about, birthed right here in Trinidad and Tobago.
She also pointed out that the legacy of the steel pan resonates more with the younger generations than the nation's colonial past.
If you ask several of our students about these 3 ships, they don't even know, they don't have a clue. And when I talk about some young people are talking about, where is the Santa Maria and the Nina and the Pinta? I'm talking about the youths, 25, 18, 19, they don't know. But they know that there is a national musical instrument of Trinidad and Tobago.
Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Tobago Updates. Stay with us, more news.
Stay fit this July and August with free aerobics from the Ministry of Sports and Community Development. Let her play. Keep on moving. Java edition. Join us every Tuesday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Hampton Lowlands Multi-Purpose Facility, Tobago. Register online via Ministry's social media pages or visit our Tobago location. Hosted by the Ministry of Sports and Community Development and its Pink Rain campaign, empowering women and girls in sports.
Coco Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Attention all talented individuals and groups in Tobago. This is your moment to shine. Showcase your skills in music, dance or drama at Tobago Star Quest. Prelim auditions are held every Sunday across various communities throughout Tobago. Seize the chance to win exciting prizes and demonstrate your talent. For more details, visit our Instagram page at tobago.star.quest or email tobagostarquest@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing you there.
Thanks for staying with us. The Gulfstream badge is now afloat. The Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries announced via its social media page that the overturned Gulfstream badge on a reef near Cove was successfully refloated on Monday. The refloat operations were conducted under the supervision of a team from an internationally recognized salvaging company, TNT Salvage Inc. The team comprised of a senior salvage master, naval architect, and a contingent of skilled salvors with the support of the technical staff of the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries. The vessel was floated and secured 3 nautical miles from its original position. However, an underwater survey will be conducted by ADCI certified divers to assess previously inaccessible areas of the overturned barge and remove any debris that could affect towing operations. Once the survey is completed, the barge will be cleared for towing from Cove, Tobago to Port of Spain, Trinidad, a journey expected to take 33 hours. The tow will involve 2 supporting tugs along with other vessels and will be accompanied by environmental response crew to manage any potential oil spills during transit. The ministry will continue to manage the response and provide updates. Now to this. There is a call for transitional service to be provided to children aging out of state care. This call comes from Mubafa Baka, CEO, the Mubak Foundation, which operates the only transitional home in Trinidad and Tobago. He recently completed a survey to understand the experiences of children aging out of state care. Barker found that these young adults are often led without any support or means to function independently. As a result, many end up turning to crime to survive. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
An average of 700 children find themselves in state care across Trinidad and Tobago annually. But what happens when they turn 18? Dr. Merle Baker, one of the directors at the Mubak Foundation, which operates the only transitional home in the country, stated that they are left defenseless.
When they age out of care, they have no parents, they have no family, they don't have no home, there's no one to go back to.
Because of this, under the Children's Act, it is illegal to have adults with minors in state care, according to Mubak Foundation CEO, Mubafa Baker.
That's how they've been able to do it. Some homes have been able to extend places in the back, and they might put the boy when they're 18 there in the back, or the girl when they're 18 there in the back to kind of figure out life a little bit. But generally, because it's not allowed, Children's Authority, other agencies who have the right to be able to step in to say that you're breaching your license because you're having a child mixing with adults.
Often on their 18th birthday, they are put out of homes. Baker's studies found that 90% do not have financial stability. Within 6 months, 60% become homeless, and 50% become victims or perpetrators of crime. Many leave state care without basic documents.
For those who would have left care, 19% of them didn't have a national ID, right? 75% of them took 2 years to actually get that ID card. It meant that for at least a year or two, you had no way of being identified anywhere.
Some do not even possess birth certificates. Additionally, Baker pointed out that while 89% of them receive mental health support in state care, that support ends for all except 5% when they turn 18. For Tobagonian children, reintegrating into society becomes even more difficult.
Within Tobago, Tobago presents their own challenges in terms of stigma around growing up in child welfare, stigma around what that experience is like, stigma around the whole notion of parenting and parenting support.
While transitional homes are needed, providing transitional services throughout the country is even more important to help these young adults navigate life.
That the issues that a child is dealing with doesn't stop at age 18. So all the services that are being provided, whether it's through the Children's Court, whether it's through the Children's Authority, whether it's through the Division of Health and Wellness, whether it is through the homes that they're living in, when that child reaches 18, you can't just stop giving him mental health supports.
Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Switching gears, Tobago food vlogger Kerwin Horsford, also known as Harvest God, received an Independence Award from the Trinidad and Tobago Consulate in New York City on August 19, 2024.
It's honestly really fulfilling to come to New York City all the way from Tobago and be awarded this Independence Award from the Consulate General of Trinidad and Tobago in New York.
Horsford said it was a proud moment for him to receive the award and expressed gratitude to his supporters.
I mean, thanks for all the followers, thanks for all the fans, thanks for everybody, for every role that you all would have played throughout the journey. As I always say, this wouldn't have been possible without all of you.
He described receiving the award as historic. Horsford became a social media sensation by venturing to villages across Tobago and showcasing his harvest food making skills. He also traveled to Carriacou in Grenada, which was devastated by Hurricane Beryl, offering aid and support for their recovery efforts. We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Attention members, now is your chance to double or even triple your dividend payment with no increase in your existing loan payment. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to boost your dividends effectively. Whether you're planning a vacation or simply looking to maximize your savings, we've got you covered. Call us today at 639-8226 or 631-1336. Message us on Facebook for more information. Hurry, this offer won't last long. Bethel Credit Union, because we see you at BCU.
Thanks for staying with us. The World Health Organization declared Mpox or monkeypox as a public health emergency of international concern on August 14, 2024, due to an upsurge of the virus in the Democratic Republic of Congo and neighboring African countries. In a statement, the Caribbean Health Emergency Agency, CARFA, noted that this was the highest level of global alert, which underscores the potential threat the monkeypox virus poses to the countries around the world. This is the second declaration of the global alert in 2 years concerning Mpox. CAFA noted that the current outbreak is caused by clade 1, explaining that it is more transmittable and causes more severe illness. They said that presently there are no cases of clade 1 mpox reported in the Caribbean and its neighboring countries such as US, UK, Canada and Latin America. However, CAFA noted that there is a limited amount of travelers and no direct commercial flights from the Democratic Republic of Congo or its neighboring countries to the Caribbean. Now for the weather update from the TNT Met office. Tonight expected generally fair conditions with 1 or 2 brief passing showers. Temperatures will drop to 26 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow anticipate mainly sunny and slightly hazy weather with a few cloudy patches at times accompanied by spotty showers in some areas. A mild to moderate concentration of Sahara dust is present in the atmosphere, so sensitive individuals should take necessary precaution. Daytime temperatures will rise to 32 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 35 degrees Celsius. Seas will be slightly with waves up to 1.3 meters in open waters and calm in sheltered areas. Sunrise at 5:53 and sunset at 6:18. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of the headlines before we go. Cabo Star experiences another fire nearly a year after engine room incident. Gulfstream vessel successfully refloated. Preparations underway for transport to Trinidad. Mixed reactions to the removal of colonial ship from National Coat of Arms. And CXC reports a drop in mathematics and English performance across the region. I am Bianna Brebner. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.